Thank you all so much for joining me here today for this wonderful yoga practice. I am joined by a group from Breastfriends on Zoom today. If you or somebody you know might benefit from the support of their organization, please click on the link below in the description box so you can find more out about them. I am going to head back to my yoga mat. I'm bringing a chair with me today. You can practice standing up or on a chair yourself. Actually had some errands to run this morning, so I didn't have enough time to change into my yoga pants. So I am just going to share with you that you can do yoga even in your jeans. You don't have to have anything special. You don't have to show up with anything but yourself and exactly how you are. And speaking of exactly how you are, we have been going through kind of a chakra series lately. We've gone over the root chakra, being grounded, being connected to the earth, having a sense of safety and security and stability and belonging. The sacral chakra, all about creativity and adventure and feeling and honoring your emotions. The solar plexus chakra, all about individuation and your own personal power and your own dharma or path in life. The heart chakra, showing up with compassion for yourself and for those around you. And today we will be going over the throat chakra. Now, the throat chakra in the Sanskrit is called the Vishuddha chakra. So as we continue on in our practice today, I invite you to take a nice tall seat. And as of course, you can always come to standing throughout this practice, or if we're standing and you feel like sitting, you can do that too. That's that personal power right there, right? You can choose for yourself what you want. You don't have to make it look like everybody else. So just feel your feet on the ground. Feel your palms resting on your lap. Feel your sit bones supported by your chair. And if you feel comfortable to close your eyes so that you can really focus on these sensations. Focus on your feet touching the ground. Focus on the aliveness of your feet. You might be able to sense a little bit of tingling. Focus on your hands. Just notice any sensations in your hands. And focus on your bottom where it's supported by your chair, your thighs, perhaps your sit bones. Let those be anchors for yourself to stay here in this present moment. And then begin to notice your breath, another anchor for staying in presence. And as we practice staying present, you might notice thoughts coming up, worries about the future, second thoughts about the past. And that will happen because we're human and we think. But every time you see the thought, try not to attach to it. And just come back to the physical anchors that you've created for yourself here. If you're feeling depressed or anxious, or you're having trouble sleeping, bring yourself back to presence. And it is a practice, so it takes some time. And then let's bring all of our attention right here to the base of the throat, the Vishuddha chakra. As you breathe here, you might kind of imagine that you're inhaling through the tips of your collarbones so that you feel a little constriction there at the base of the throat, almost like you're trying to make an ocean sound. See if you can practice that a little bit. I demonstrate it for you, but it's very subtle. Only you can hear your own breath when you're breathing this way. Almost like you can feel a little bit of constriction back there. And then let's do some Brahmari breathing. This is another one that's great for calming the nervous system. Go ahead and bring one hand and then the other over your heart if that's comfortable for you. If you want to lower them down to your lap again, feel free at any time. Honor yourself. We're going to inhale through the nose, and as we exhale, we're just going to hum out the breath. So when you're doing that, I want you to really feel for the vibration beneath your hands, in your throat, of course, and across your chest, maybe up into your jaw, wherever else you might feel it. We'll do it 3 times. So let's take an inhale together to prepare, and then exhale with a hum. Come back to your regular breath for a round or 2. When you're ready, another inhale and exhale with a hum. Come back to your regular breath. And then one final time together. Let's inhale and exhale with a hum. Just let it fade away. You can release your hands whenever you're ready. Or you can keep them at your heart to be connected with yourself. And then swallow. Maybe run your tongue across your teeth to create a little saliva. And then swallow. And as we move throughout our practice today, you might just keep the attention right here at the throat. Just notice what's happening here as we move throughout our practice. So let's go ahead and make some circles here with the nose. So just whatever direction you want to start in, we're just going to kind of circle around, gently lifting up towards the sky and drawing that chin down towards the heart. And focusing on the neck, the throat, the shoulders, the jaw, all of the throat chakra area. And then we'll reverse those circles. And the thyroid gland is right there at the base of the throat. The thyroid controls our metabolism, our body temperature, our heart rate is influenced by the thyroid gland. So if you're noticing any issues in those areas, maybe you have a throat chakra imbalance. And then we'll come right back to the center here. Next time you inhale, look up towards the sky as much as feels good to you. And as you exhale, tuck your chin down towards the base of the throat. Just a nice stretch for the back of the neck. So we're only moving the head and the neck here as we inhale, look up. Exhale, almost see if you can touch the base of your throat with your chin. Probably won't be able to, but we're just kind of drawing it in that direction as we continue to move here, enlivening the throat chakra. And then if you want to start to get the rest of your body involved, you might begin to round the shoulders forward as you look down and draw the shoulders back as you look up. Begin to include more and more of your spine, the cervical spine between the shoulder blades. Maybe involving the middle of the spine, the thoracic spine, drawing that belly button back. Just nice and gentle here. We're not forcing anything. And then the lower part of the spine, you might kind of rock back onto your tailbone a bit, getting the lumbar spine involved. Just visualize all the vertebrae of the spine, making sure every single one gets a little bit of attention here, even as you're opening and contracting the throat. Right? Sometimes there is a time to speak. Sometimes there's a time to listen. Sometimes there's a time for silence. One more time, let's inhale, look up. And this time as you exhale, roll down as much as feels good to you. Just let your body curl downward like a little fern frond. And just let your head be heavy here, stretching all across the back of your spine, as much as you're able. If there's any pain, come up a little bit higher. And just let your arms be heavy and soft. Let yourself constrict the heart, the lungs, the belly, everything getting kind of tucked inward. And then with your next inhale, begin to gently lift the head, draw the shoulders back, straighten the spine, release your hands, open up, stretch the arms back, look up towards the sky. And exhale back to your nice tall seat. And just take a moment here to notice what's happening, how present you are for your practice. What kind of sensations are happening with your body, with the state of your mind, your breath. And then we'll begin to roll the shoulders up and down and back, moving down the body a little bit more. And then let's inhale, reach the arms forward and up as much as feels good to you. Bring your palms together and exhale to draw your hands right down towards your heart. And then let's reach the arms out and up as much as feels good to you. Maybe a little bit of a back bend up here. And exhale, hands to heart. And again, forward and up. And you might watch your thumbs getting that movement in the throat. Hands together and watching your thumbs all the way down. And then inhale out and up. Maybe watch your thumbs in your peripheral vision, widening up our point of focus. And exhale, hands to heart. One more time, each direction. Inhale forward and up, look up, reach up. Exhale to draw down. Last time out and up. And exhale, hand to heart. And again, pause for a moment. Notice what's happening in your body. Stay present with yourself. Being present is a practice. We spend so much time thinking. Just notice what is here, what is true in this present moment. And then let's get a little twisting motion here. So we'll inhale right here at the center. Exhale, twist to your right. Keep your chin right over your fingers as you inhale back to center. And exhale to twist to the left. And just continue side to side. And if you want to release your hands back down to your lap, you certainly can. Or if you want to begin to get a little more movement, you can start to open your arms as you twist right. Bring them back together at heart as you come back to center, and then open up any amount as you twist left. Inhale back to center. A couple more times to each side, just getting as much movement here as you like. And you might look back over your shoulder, maybe getting a little more opening in the sides of the neck. Next time to your left is the last time. We'll inhale, hands to heart, back to center. And then exhale, release the backs of your hands to rest down on your lap. This open palm kind of representing letting go of things that are no longer serving you. Letting go of old patterns, old thoughts, old ways of doing things, conditioning, and making space for getting started with the rest of your life. For living from love rather than from fear, for being open to whatever may come into your life. And then let's get a little side body movement here. So we'll start in the chair. Let your hands rest down at your side, and we're just going to kind of tilt from side to side, just starting really subtle, really gentle at first. Just keep on moving at your own pace. The earlier chakras are kind of aligned with elements, the root chakra, earth, sacral chakra, water, solar plexus chakra, fire, heart chakra, air. The Vishuddha chakra is associated with ether, which is kind of like words, impressions, things that you really can't see or feel, but they're there. Now, if you want, you can begin to lift your arms up as much as feels good as you rotate from side to side. And you might begin to link your movement with your breath, kind of windmilling your arms around. You could even come back to center and find a standing position, pressing into your feet, coming to stand, and then continuing your side to side movement here. So whatever feels good to you. Stretching out those hip flexors. We've been sitting for a bit here. So the throat chakra is all about finding your truth, using your voice, speaking up for yourself with authenticity, not saying what you think people want to hear, not shutting yourself down, but opening up with truth, with authenticity, bringing yourself to the world, honoring yourself. And it also is connected with listening from the heart chakra with compassion. One more time to each side till you feel balanced on both sides. And then we'll reach both arms back up to the sky again. Hands come together. Big inhale here and exhale, hands to meet your heart. And just feel your feet on the ground. Maybe release your palms, let them kind of rotate forward so that your heart is lifted. Strong, long spine. Feel the stability of your feet on the ground. Notice where you feel your breath. Notice the pulse of life that's happening within you right now. Beautiful. And then a little more side to side here. So you might like to take your feet out a little bit wider, whether you're seated or standing. And we're going to do what is called knocking on heaven's door in some circles. It's just a little kind of playfulness here. So we're just going to kind of swivel from side to side. So I always like to think about, I picture in my mind a little girl wearing a pretty little dress, kind of twirling her skirt around. I'm also a Disney girl, Brenda, so bringing that kind of princess energy, if you like. And just moving from side to side, letting your arms just kind of flop around. You might even tap your hips as they swing around, or maybe you get a little more momentum and bring your arms higher, give yourself a little pat on the shoulder or the back. And as you can feel here, whether you're sitting or standing, you're still moving quite a lot of your body. Continue to breathe. Have a little bit of a bend in those knees, and you might get a little more movement here. Maybe you begin to pick up one foot and then the other. Just as much as you're able to, just enjoy what you have in this present moment. Your breath, the movement of your body, the technology to be able to meet here, the sunshine flowing in the window. Let tomorrow worry about tomorrow. Let today, or let yesterday go. Just a little bit more here. Another 10 seconds or so. And then begin to slow the movement down. Begin to draw your feet back underneath your knees. Come back to your mountain pose for a moment with your palms shining forward, and just notice what you notice. You might notice all throughout your body a sense of tingling, of vitality. As you stand in your mountain pose, you might contemplate, what does it mean to live in your truth? What does it mean to be authentic? What does it mean to take off all of the layers of conditioning, all of the expectations of everyone around you? What would it look like to live that authentic life with the compassion of the heart chakra, the clarity of the third eye chakra, which we'll practice with next week, speaking your truth? Yeah. And then let's inhale, reach those arms all the way up towards the sky. Look up. Whatever you are grateful for today, whether it's simply that sun shining in the window or something else, just let that shower over you. Bask in that. One more inhale. Exhale to bring your hands together. And once again, draw them right down to meet your beautiful heart. And if you're standing, come back to seated. If you're seated, stay right where you are. Make sure that chair is right back behind you. You're really grounded through both your feet before you sit down. Make sure your feet are on the ground here. We're going to do a little progressive muscle relaxation, which is another thing we can do at night when we're not actually sleeping. Even if we're not sleeping, we can give ourselves an opportunity to rest and to practice presence. So if I'm lying awake at night, that's what I'm thinking. Well, at least my body is resting and I am practicing presence. So I can kind of notice myself touching the thoughts and then coming back to my breath, touching the thoughts, coming back to my body. It's a constant thing. And when we view it without any attachment or without any judgment, and maybe with just a little bit of curiosity, it becomes easier and easier as we continue to practice that. So a little muscle relax or progressive muscle relaxation. Let's go ahead and extend that right leg out long. And then we're gonna just curl the right toes in, squeeze the right foot, squeeze the right calf, squeeze the knee, squeeze the thigh, just squeeze, 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 squeeze the whole right leg. Take an inhale here, and when you exhale, just relax and release and bring the foot back down to the ground. Notice for a moment the differences in the two legs. And then extend the left leg out long, squeeze the toes, squeeze the foot, squeeze the calf, the knee, the thigh. You might feel your glute engaging here as you squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, let it go. And then the right arm, curl your right fingers in, squeeze your forearm, make a strong muscle here. Squeeze the shoulder, the elbow, squeeze, 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 and inhale. Exhale, release. And then the left. Fingers curl in, squeeze your hand, squeeze your forearm, your elbow, your bicep, your tricep, your shoulder, squeeze, 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 and inhale. Exhale, release. Maybe shake the arms out a bit, shake the legs out a bit. And then we're gonna put it all together here. So we're gonna, either with the feet on the ground or legs extended, whatever makes most sense for you. We're gonna squeeze the right leg, squeeze the left leg, squeeze the right arm, squeeze the left arm, squeeze the belly, squeeze the chest, draw the shoulders in, squeeze the throat, squinch up the face, squeeze all the muscles of the face, everything, squeeze, 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 and inhale. Exhale and let it go. And just take a moment to notice what you notice. Notice the beating of your heart. Noticing any sense of aliveness or tingling. Notice any opportunity for space that you created in your body, in your mind, in your heart today. And then let's bring our palms together at our heart. And just taking a moment to once again check in with your throat chakra, the Vishuddha chakra. Where are you being authentic in your life, and how can you create more of that? Where are you maybe not being so authentic in your life? And how can you begin to change that? How can you honor your voice? How can you listen with compassion, seeking to understand rather than to be understood? It's just because we speak our truth doesn't necessarily mean we'll be understood. But if we seek to understand about others and about ourselves, we can honor our authentic self. Thank you all so much for joining me for this practice today. May you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your hearts. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here today. I'm going to come back up to the front of the room. If anyone would like to unmute and share, feel free to do so. Make sure you've got your email address or phone number down there in the chat box before you log off for the day. And I will see y'all here next Friday at the same time. We'll talk about the third eye chakra, that intuition. So again, thank you all for being here today. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.